All right, what is up, everybody? I wanted to jump on here and revisit the idea that we've been talking about with the law of auto suggestion. Okay, so um, we started to get into this, and there's just a few more ideas that I really wanted to touch on because th- this is definitely some powerful stuff. And I think the biggest idea that I wanted to touch on today is the idea of um what is it? The idea of actually concentrating on your goal, right? We've already talked about writing down your goal, being descriptive about it, giving an exact date for what you want. Now, the idea here is okay, how do we actually visualize it? How do we actually make that goal into the present reality, right? How does that goal that seems so far away in the distance become achievable right here, right now, right? My mentor used to say that everything you want is as close as your skin, right? Let me repeat that. Everything you want is as close as your skin, all right? Now, I will admit, I am still figuring out for myself what he meant by that. Now, but what I want to help you with today is giving you a sense of okay, how do we get what you want and bring it into the reality now? Okay, and this is also described in the chapter on autosuggestion. Okay, so there's this idea of concentration, right? Napoleon Hill says that your ability to use the law of autosuggestion will depend very largely on your ability to concentrate on your desire until that desire becomes a burning obsession, right? Let's break that down, right? You wrote down what you want. Now the idea is to plant this properly in your subconscious mind. If you want to actually believe that it's possible and you want to start taking action, right? The idea here, I'll repeat again, is to plant the burning desire or your goal into your subconscious mind. And then we want to also emphasize the importance on each and every day, right? This is an action step. Are we concentrating on the feeling of it already done, right? How do we, like, the question is, how do you truly build a burning desire? How does that desire become a burning obsession? How do you become obsessed with getting rich, right? You got to concentrate on the feeling of it already done, all right? So, what you want to do, and this is what Napoleon Hill suggests, is that you actually close your eyes and you fix your mind on the exact amount of money that you desire, right? So let's say you want X amount of dollars in residual income on or before X date, right? You really want to concentrate in your mind and visualize it until you can actually see the money, right? Maybe it could be a picture in your bank account that you're visualizing each day, right? Remember, it's also the constant spaced repetition that's going to help you plant the desire into your subconscious mind. But actually seeing it in your mind and concentrating on it, right? To actually see it be possible, right? It's going to start manifesting way quicker. Okay. So that's the exercise for you. Now, now it gets deeper than that, right? It gets much deeper than that. This isn't going to work if you do it once. It's not going to work if you do it twice or three times. It's only going to work if you do this each and every day. All right? Napoleon Hill suggests you do this once each day. Okay? So, maybe the first thing in the morning, what you can do is you can literally grab your goal card and just picture it already done, right? What would that feel like if, what I want was already here right now and I was able to see and feel the money literally in my hands. When I'm opening up my bank account, what does it look like when I see that I have $1 million in my bank account? Okay? So this idea of concentration, right? It's not just me talking about it for a few seconds and then completely forgetting about it, right? Can I do this each and every day and concentrate on the goal, right? Because this, I'll tell you what, the reason I'm not rich yet is because I have not properly planted this goal into my subconscious mind, right? And there's also the law of gestation, which states that it's going to just take some time, right? Each person with their goals has a different gestation period, which means a different amount of time for them to get it done, right? Some people are able to accomplish their goals, which seems to be much quicker, while others take a longer time, right? It all depends on, I'll tell you this, just from a physics standpoint, concentration will be able to amplify the amplitude of the vibration of what you want. All right, let me repeat that. Concentration and focus will help you amplify the magnitude of the vibration of what you want. And what's that going to do? It's going to help you get the goal quicker. Okay? You're basically decreasing the length of time that it's going to take for you to achieve your goal the more you develop this ability to concentrate on it. Okay? So, so that's the conversation on concentration. Now, you want to now focus in on faith. Okay, so this is the conversation that we've had a couple episodes back, right? We talked about what it means to have faith, and you got to understand that the subconscious mind will take orders from you that are delivered with absolute faith. So the question is, how do you develop faith? Right? How do I begin to believe it's possible? Well, the secret is through constant spaced repetition of practice of doing it, of not only closing my eyes and concentrating, but actually feeling what it's like to be done, right? And I apologize if this idea is going over your heads, right? I'm telling you, this feeling is the secret. What does it actually feel like? And how do you know that you are able to feel it already done, right? So, you know, this is something where you actually have to do it, and then we can have a conversation about it, right? You can't just listen to me talk about needing the feeling that it's already done and being like, okay, that logically makes sense. No, you actually got to do this for yourself, and then we can have a conversation. Okay. So, okay, let's fast forward a bit. All right. So now we're going to talk about plans, right? Maybe you know what you want, but you don't know how it's going to get there. And that's okay. That's where I was when I first started out reading this book and working on this idea that I can create, a different life that I want. He says, don't wait for a definite plan for which you intend to exchange service or merchandise in return for the money that you're visualizing, right? But begin at once to see yourself already in the possession of the money, right? You don't need a plan right now, but that's not stopping you from actually seeing yourself in the possession of the money that you want, right? Now, you do want to be on the alert for plans, right? There's this faculty of the mind. It's called the sixth sense. And and this is how it's going to work, right? While you're visualizing what it is that you want, you may notice that the plans for getting it will begin to flash into your mind, right? This may be an inspiration, it may be a hunch, it may be a feeling in your gut that this is where I got to go, right? Keep in mind that this is infinite intelligence literally relaying you plans, right? The secret is when you actually pray, right? When you actually pray for what you want and you do it properly, right? You don't receive what you want, but infinite intelligence will send you a plan to get it, right? So even right now, if you don't have what you want, that's okay. You can focus now on seeing it and being like, subconscious mind, I'm waiting and demanding plans to come into me, and when those plans are received, right, the secret is this, right? The secret is to act upon those plans immediately, right? If I wait even a single day, hey, I'll do this plan tomorrow, right? I've been there where I've pushed it off tomorrow, and tomorrow turned into the next day turned into next week turned into next month, and next thing you know, I wasn't getting anywhere. Okay, so be on the alert for plans. They will flash into your sixth sense, right? They'll, another word for the sixth sense is the creative imagination, right? Be on the alert because they will flash in there, and that's that. Okay, all right. All right, so I'm gonna pause the live there and really just focus in on that idea, right? Two things that I covered today was concentrating on the goal, concentrating on the feeling of it already done, and even if you don't have a plan for it yet, right? Because you're gonna need a plan and you're gonna need to take action. Understand that simply focusing on the feeling of it already done, you will receive that plan. It will come to you, and the idea here is the word persistence, right? Maybe the plan that you follow isn't the right plan at first. That's okay. You build new plans and you keep following. You build new plans, you keep following, you update your plans, you see what's working, what's not, and you keep going forward. Okay. So I hope that helped a little bit understand the law of auto suggestion. I'm going to wrap it up here. Thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate you taking the time to tune in. And I'll leave you with this. Until we meet again in time and space, bye, everybody, for now.